Hey everybody, Rhonda Giraffe here, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make these really cute ghost cupcakes made out of rolled fondant and just a couple of pieces of candy. So let's get going on this. Okay, so to begin creating this really cute little cupcake for Halloween, you can do it any time of year I guess, but it's just, ghosts are for Halloween I suppose. All you really need for the body of this cupcake is one large Tootsie Roll, which is, just your regular packed Tootsie Roll, and then the little Halloween pumpkin head. And what you'll do is you will stick the pumpkin head on top of the Tootsie Roll and kind of get it in there to where it sticks pretty good. I kind of just smooth around the edges and let it set up just a little bit, and that'll just hold that pumpkin into place. So it doesn't have to be perfect or anything, but just kind of get it to where it's going to stick and hold into place. So you're going to have something like this and kind of smash down on it so that you're going to have a good base so it doesn't go anywhere once we get it on the cupcake. You'll have a little flat edge in here. We're also going to cut a little bit of a hole in the cupcake as well, or dig down into it. So this is going to be the start of your ghost. This is what it's going to look like to begin with. And now what we're going to do is we're going to, I just greased down just a little bit of Crisco shortening on my surface. And I've got a piece of fondant here that I've already kneaded out. And you really just want this big enough to drape over your piece of candy here. So it's not going to be that big when you start it. Maybe about, I don't know, maybe 3.5 inches in circumference. And again, it doesn't have to be perfectly round, but you might want to get it as round as you can. And then you'll just pull it up. It's so much easier when you just put a little bit of shortening on here. Now what we're going to do is you're going to look at your piece of fondant and you're going to kind of eyeball the center of it. And just below the center of it, you're going to take a number 12. This is a number 12 Wilton tip that I'm using, cake decorating tip. And you're going to punch in or punch out 2 little holes for eyes and 1 for the mouth. And these are going to be pretty close together. So you can see it's going to look like this. Now we'll take the body, the underneath, and you want to position it to where the eyes come over the pumpkin and the mouth comes where the Tootsie Roll is at. So you've got the orange eyes and the dark colored mouth on this. And that is how simple it is to make this little ghost. You want to mess around with it and figure out how you want yours to look. Let's get him straightened out here. Alright, so now what we're going to do, he slid on the grease a little bit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put him on top of a cupcake and give him some little tennis shoes. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to prepare your cupcake, and I've just done a dry ice, and make that icing on there pretty thin. You don't want a thick layer of it on there. And then just, I've just rolled out a small layer of fondant icing and just kind of wrap it around your cupcake. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You kind of want it to drape over because that gives it a really cool look, I think. So just kind of have some fun with that and drape it over just like that. And that's what you're going to have, just a simple fondant iced cupcake here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some black colored fondant. This is some fondant that I made earlier, and just put some black food coloring in it. We're going to go ahead and knead it again. And just get that kneaded out. Roll it a little bit here on my surface. And this is where you just kind of get creative with, molding and modeling a fondant. You can also use a, the gum paste, the almond paste, marzipan, whatever you want to use for his little tennis shoes. I'm just going to use my rolled fondant. It's easy for me to work with this. I also like to use a stick. I use just a wooden skewer stick, and then I'll take just a really small piece of the black colored fondant, and then I'll roll like a little log almost. you can see that pretty good. And then I'll just kind of start shaping it into a tennis shoe. And to get that curve at the top, I just kind of bend that stick around it a little bit, and I'll roll it up some. And then just kind of keep working with it until it looks like a little shoe to you. And then I like to make the soles of the shoes, or the little side white walls on it, I guess you could call them. So then I'll just take another little piece of white fondant, and just the smallest piece is all you need for this. And then I'll roll it out, and I'm talking just, seriously, just a teeny little piece here that you roll out. You'll just keep kind of working with that. This one you don't want too much of that shortening on. And some of you may not want to mess with the tennis shoes because they get a little bit, you know, tricky to play with. The ghosts are cute by themselves, but I just wanted to show you how I make the little tennis shoes. So we'll go ahead and keep rolling this until you've got a pretty decent length to it, and then you just smash it out just a little bit so it's kind of flat. And then what you'll do is you'll wrap it around your little tennis shoe. And of course fondant sticks to fondant really easily. So I'll show you. This is looking like, it's looking good. See that? We've got the little white wall working on the tennis shoe now. And really you can just take just the teeniest piece of fondant and stick it in the center. And that'll just, you know, look like a cute little tennis shoe. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys, unless you're a perfectionist. But cute little tennis shoe. Now what you'll do is you'll poke a hole in the top here, and then we're going to put some little ghost legs. So again with the white fondant, and you'll want to roll it in your fingers like this so that you've almost got like a little point on the end, and it'll stick right in that little hole that you just made. So there's your little tennis shoe with your little ghost leg in it. All right. Okay, so now we're going to take the cupcake with the fondant on top of it, and we're just going to, you know, I measured this out. Let me show you how I did it. I just took the Tootsie Roll, and I just kind of measured out how big of a hole I'm going to need here. And I'm going to cut out a little bit off of this because I want that pumpkin, or excuse me, the ghost, secure. So I'm just going to dig out some of this cake. Just put it aside. I'm probably going to eat that. I know you would do yours too. All right, and now we're going to take our ghost that we made, and we're going to take the bottom of the Tootsie Roll, and it's going to drop down in there. That's going to hold this guy into place, all right, so it doesn't fall over or fall out or anything like that. And now you've still got some room here to mess with his little drape, okay? And you can resize the mouth and all of that stuff. You want to work with it pretty fast. If it gets dried out, just you know, put a little bit of water on your hands and you'll be fine. You can smooth it back out. And now we're going to take our cute little tennis shoe that we made, and we're just going to prop it underneath here. Now the way we're going to get this guy to stick is we're going to concave this. You can use your nail, you can use a stick, just to give it a little bit of a concave and a place for that shoe to sit. I'm also going to take a little bit of water and put it on the back side of this so I can get it to stick a little bit better. Get that sugar to stick together. And then we'll just put them in place. And there you go. There's your little shoe sticking out of your ghost. All right, and then you'll repeat it on the other side to have another shoe. And that's it. It's that easy. How fun are these to make? So enjoy making your Halloween cupcakes, and we'll see you in the next video. If you want to get some more ideas, go ahead and get over to decoratedcupcakeideas.com and you know, have some fun on that site. All right, we'll see you on the next video. For more great ideas, visit decoratedcupcakeideas.com.